Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you muna don't hear all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na.
Hey. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have subscribed onto Maiyegun's diary already, thank you. Check your notification if they are all set on, all notifications set on. So if you haven't subscribed, if this is your first time, before we settled in, right, you can do it. It's going to be interesting tonight. Yeah, thank you very much. If you have read the caption of the broadcast, okay, you can make your own contribution accordingly. The rider for this broadcast is the peace finally over? I would have tagged it, is the fraudulent peace finally over? I want you to pay attention very, very carefully towards what kind of news that will be coming out of Nigeria, especially with the onslaught of the Nigerian army on the harmless, innocent civilians in the eastern part of Nigeria. And I'm also going to appeal to you to also pay attention to the planned engagement of the Nigerian army, Nigeria police, and many of their other security agents to clamp down on the Yorubas, especially the young Yorubas. And I also want to use tonight to take you back a bit of, a bit memory lane where we can dot the lines, cross the T's, and then you can understand how did Nigeria get to this stage. Constant reminder seems to be what was lacking to remind people that there will be consequences for all actions. The ones you overtly or covertly supported, even though you have no idea what they are doing or what they are talking about. That is why Maiyegun's Diary, Politico, and so many other interesting platforms all over the social media are doing their best to keep you up to date, constantly remind you of the consequences of the decision they are making on your behalf and the excuses you are giving on their behalf too. However, I also want to remind all of you, all of us tonight, that whether you are for one Nigeria, whether you are for restructured Nigeria, whether you are for breakup of Nigeria, wherever you belong to, it has gotten to a stage where it doesn't really matter anymore. Everyone will arrive, like I said in my previous videos, everyone will arrive at their own moment of truth when the time is right. Nigeria is fraudulently structured, and this has generated what they call the ethnic supremacy. Supremacy that has to do with ethnic subjugation and suppression. And we will not pretend that this is not real. We know about the profiling of the Igbos in Nigeria. We know about the Cold War we don't know why, even though maybe we don't know why they still keep that up after the Civil War, yet we know there is still Cold War with, Nigeria with the Igbos. This Cold War has made them endangered Nigerians in Nigeria. They started again the general mobilization, general awareness for why the Biafrans should not be part of Nigeria. Legitimate movement. Nigeria government, because they tagged it another sort of a supremacy or ethnic cleansing campaign, another opportunity for them to massacre the people they want to forcefully put in Nigeria. Don't pretend that that is not what they have in Nigeria, okay? Whether you are an Igbo man who have accepted yourself as a Nigerian, I understand. But you will not wish away the fact that being an Igbo man in Nigeria is tougher than being a Nigerian. Being a Nigerian alone is something that people are saying is enough if you get to heaven for whatever you have done. Being a Nigerian alone should qualify you to go to heaven. You know why? Because you have been to hell already, right? Then being an Igbo man in Nigeria, no matter how much they try to force this unity, try to, to preach these flowery words, we know about this discrimination, okay? However, as much as they are hiding it from many, many of you, posturing and picturing this beautiful Nigeria, united Nigeria, in the inside, we are at our different jugulars. We are holding ourselves here and there. We are waiting for an opportunity to crush ourselves. And the Igbos are always at the receiving end. They call them Biafran boys. They call them those who want to break Nigeria. Nobody wants to listen to why. The persecution, I'm talking about real persecution. They are cut across even to the point that an Igbo man is not trusted to be a president of Nigeria. There's nowhere it is written. In their book, everybody is one Nigeria. But it's beyond that. That's politics. Economically, you will realize that, yeah, this is true, right? The Igbos themselves are building their own economy, while the politicians are frittering away every little opportunities that they could have used to protect those Igbo businessmen in Nigeria. Buhari's government made so many criminal, ludicrous, and retrogressive policies that primarily targeted the Southern and Igbo politicians. They are those into importation. Nigeria is an import-dependent dependent country, right? When you look at those involved in that, they will need forex. Yeah, they ruined forex, destroyed it, destroyed so many businesses. They control the port. They can make your business go, as in you can even abandon the business with what they will do to your business when it gets to their port. All these targeted profiling, they are happening. People are enduring. It is beyond that. Nigeria is a place where criminals who promised peace, who promised prosperity, who promised change, brought calamity, terrorism, banditry, and abject poverty, which has now snowballed and crystallized crime in that country. They brought terrorists into Nigeria, and I have evidence, and I'm going to show you. That's why I'm going to take you back the memory lane a bit. Those you see today, either asking for Oduduwa Republic or for Biafra, starting from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, was once pro-Nigeria. So if you are pro-Nigeria today, don't feel too too big about it. What is that thing that makes you think Nigeria is going to work? That you think others haven't even done more? People are protesting today, home and abroad, organizing different protests everywhere, home and abroad, in defense of one Nigeria, one Nigeria. You won't be the first. Those who are asking that they are tired, they don't want to do it anymore. They were once pro-Nigeria. Pro-Nigeria. That same fake lie they sold to all of us. We were all pro-Nigeria. Oh, it's the bad leadership. It is beyond that. These people brought terrorists into Nigeria because of their own desperation for power, right? Finally, they gained power. They promised these terrorists a lot of things that they couldn't give, right? Now, they couldn't fulfill that. The people they promised heaven and earth during election, they couldn't fulfill that. The terrorists they promised, they paid money to come to the country. They couldn't fulfill their promises too. Now, the entire country is up in flames. But they need somebody to blame. Do you know who they are blaming? Biafrans. Do you know the number one person everybody wants to blame? Nnamdi Kanu. And possibly you are already blaming him too. Because according to you, Shebi and Nnamdi Kanu want to divide Nigeria. You forgot that the likes of Buhari, the likes of El-Rufai, they actually paid terrorists to continue to commit crime, terrorism against Nigeria until they took over power. When they now took over power, they decided to also pay them then to stop the killing. Stop killing now, okay? Your brothers are in power. Stop killing. Today, the people who paid terrorists, those who paid them then, those who are still paying them now, they are all now pretending to be regretting because 2023 election is coming. Now, El-Rufai is now saying, oh, nobody should pay any terrorists. The reason why they are attacking us in Kaduna is because we refuse to pay them. So people are beginning to say, yeah, I love this. El-Rufai, very good. Don't be deceived. 2023 election, they are going to come back again. But let's go back to where it all started from. And I'm going to start from when they brought the terrorists. I'm going to show you again when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself was like you. And if you see anybody today saying, Oduduwa Republic, don't call them idiots. You might actually be the idiot who hasn't really actually have a personal soul searching. Question yourself, right? The people who are asking to break Nigeria, they are asking so because that's what they believe will save them from the calamity brought upon them by the Fulani terrorists who are now in power. We have evidence. It is not a makeup. The other day, somebody said, somebody should sue you, Maiyegun, for all these things you are saying. I was like, please, be my guest. Sue me. There is something that you call digital footprints, okay? So if you want to sue me, make sure that you also have a lot that you have covered up, right? Because when a governor of a state publicly said, I paid them to stop killing, right? Now that I can no longer pay them, They kidnapped 39 school children in his state. They have killed and killed and killed unstoppable in his state, right? Then he came out, he said, we shouldn't be paying them because 2023 is coming. They are working around to make another Fulani terrorist, pair am with another Yoruba or Igbo terrorist, so that one will now say the Igbo loves Nigeria, or Yoruba love Nigeria, or Fulani love Nigeria, blah, 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 love Nigeria. And you will believe that, Abi? Eh? They were interviewing him earlier, and he had this to say: they are tired, right? They are tired of the terrorism that brought them to power. Lots and loads of people have been killed, not in the northern Nigeria anymore, all over the country, right? Today, in fact, let's take it from here.
No, absolutely. They are terrorists, no doubt about it. This is the position that we have held in the Kaduna state government as far back as 2.5 years ago. We insisted that these are insurgents, they are terrorists, they are fighting the sovereignty of Nigeria, and we must treat them as such. But some people who are being sentimental or, who are being too careful or too afraid of the so-called International Criminal Court and refusing to take the necessary step to wipe these guys out. But it is clear now that they are terrorists. It is also clear, it has been established that the kidnapping operations are substantially funding Boko Haram activities in the Northeast. Boko Haram has no ways of financing. They have been ring-fenced by the army in the Northeast. They have no way of getting any money. And some of them have slipped and joined the ranks of the bandits. And together they are doing this to raise large amounts of money, which are being used to fund the intensified operations of Boko Haram business. It is an industry now. There are informants that get paid. There are petrol suppliers. There are drug suppliers. There are food suppliers. There are those that, supply them with weapons and ammunition. There are even doctors that treat them when they get bullet wounds. So it's an entire industry, but the bulk of the money is going towards terrorist financing. There is an outpost, a branch of ISWAP, Islamic State in West Africa province, called Ansaru, that is congregating in the forest in Birnungwari, led by one Malang Abba. And their objectives are very similar to Boko Haram, except that they are not against Western education. They are against all symbols of authority. Their agenda is to bring down the Nigerian state and kill anyone in uniform or occupying public office. Luckily, the security agencies have arrested this Malang Abba. He's in custody, and a lot of his commanders have been killed in air operations, and we are pursuing them. But the most important finding is that the money from this kidnapping is substantially going towards funding terrorist operations of Ansaru in the Northwest and Boko Haram in the Northeast. So yes.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Loriro, all a lie. Do you want to see El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger? Do you want to see where he was defending the terrorists when he became governor? It was, they had the solution. They told you that they were going to expose the sponsor of terrorists, sponsor of Boko Haram, Abi. But when they came in, they started releasing money to terrorists. So you brought in the sponsor of terrorism to power, the sponsor of Boko Haram. They are now using Nigeria money to pay terrorists what they call rehabilitation of terrorists. So if El Rufaya is telling you today that it is wrong, and he's sounding like somebody, you see how he looked tired? They are tired. But I love one thing he said there. He said these people were against the sovereignty of Nigeria. Now him to say they won't break up Nigeria. Fine, officially, the people they paid are those who want to forcefully break up Nigeria. Fine. In 2016, this is what El-Rufai had to say about his brothers from the Sahel, from the Hellfire.
Check the records between August 2015, when we received the Agwai Committee and began the outreach, until May, June 2016, there was not one incident of any such killing in southern Kaduna. So we felt that we were succeeding. We felt that we had got the transhumans out of the equation and can now focus on resolving the issues between local herdsmen and farmers, which is still an issue. Okay, but yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting, to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, you should give us. If you have somebody in Guinea that you cannot prove is responsible for this, but you say, look, we apologize, this has happened. But it didn't happen in my time. Okay, I'm the governor now, this has happened. We apologize that you are caught up in our domestic issues. Have you lost cattle? We can pay. Have you lost lives? We can pay compensation. Compensation for lives and property has foundations even in the Quran and the Bible. Okay, so I don't understand why people would say, but what I said and what we tried to do was twisted, okay, by one newspaper largely, to say that I am paying herdsmen to kill. What we were trying to do was offering money to them to say, don't kill our people. And frankly, as the governor of the state, the life of every citizen of that state and his property is on my head. I will stand before God and be asked, what did you do to ensure that that person is not killed or his property destroyed? Okay. I am prepared to offer you money if you feel that you're offended and you are going to collect people to come and kill people. I'm prepared to offer you money not to do it. I have no apologies for that. But to twist that to say that, oh, El-Rufai is now paying herdsmen to kill, I think is most irresponsible. Now, in my opinion, and
in his own words, I didn't say that. He confessed. Yeah, if you have lost cattle, you know, somebody in Guinea that you cannot reach. From Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea. Fulani from Guinea, killing people in southern Kaduna. And the governor said, you know, we can pay if you have any other solution. It's all lies, Lori Raw. Right? Now, these are the people who brought this calamity. This calamity is no longer in southern Kaduna. It is no longer in the northwest. It has spread and it has gotten to southwest Yoruba land. These people from Guinea, we don't know them. They knew them, right? These killers, they are now in the eastern part of Nigeria. People can no longer go to. If I show you some videos, see, it's just that for graphic content violation reasons, right? I can't share some videos with you, and I know some of you see all these videos, but don't pretend that you don't see them. Yeah, people being butchered on their own farms for waiting, cows and what? These things are happening, right? It has now spread everywhere. People are now reacting. But before the thing spread everywhere, before this criminal came to power, when Goodluck Jonathan was there, this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB members that they want to demonize now, that it is so convenient for you to join them and demonize them. Why should you do that? Maybe you don't have the background. I'll tell you. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they saw these two, like everyone else, you know, some of this news, some of this content, some of these stories, as much as they are like uncut, unedited and everything, in Nigeria, they are controlled. Do you understand? Their media and everything is controlled, radio, everything. And that you are even living in the city, that you have a smartphone, you can read internet, doesn't mean that Those who are actually receiving false, misleading information from the agent of these criminals in government, they are so huge. But people living abroad, we have always been a step, 2 steps, even 10 steps ahead of many. I remember when I used to report what's going on in Nigeria 7 years ago, right? Sometimes I will report what is happening in some people's area, in Ogun State, in Oyo State. People who are commenting on that will be like, Maiyegun, this is the back of my house. So how did you know that happened? I'm going to go and verify. How did you know, Maiyegun? How did you know that? You know what I'm talking about? Because yes, they live in Nigeria, but they've controlled the type of information they have access to, right? Way back then. So this information of, hey, they are doing this, so they are about to do that, so, and all of that, so prompted many people to started acting for far back, for 10, 15 years ago. Before many people now have their Shinko phone shouting Sai Baba, Sai Baba, Sai Baba, the Cybarbarians. Before some of them finally have access to this Shinko phone or Obasanjo internet. Many people have been following developments in Nigeria, and they have been sad for the fact that people are going to die because they have no idea what was coming. Maazin Nnamdi Kanu, one of them, patriotic Nigerian, a Biafran, who love other Nigerians. 10 years ago, he was on the street of London, doing one thing that is about to consume Nigeria now. One thing, please stop these terrorists. Don't pamper them. Save the women. Back then, now northern Nigeria, Boko Haram, they have. The El-Rufai, who use propaganda and these terrorists to come to power, who can no longer control them, who started paying them, who can no longer control them, right? The El-Rufai and co, they were happy that Nigeria was burning, right? Now, Nigeria is like on the stretcher now, like Sonny Shehu or Shehu Sonny said or tweeted, right? These guys, so many of us, we were once patriotic Nigerians. Do you understand that? We care about everyone. We were concerned that if nothing is done, this tribal supremacy, this political divisiveness, this, what do you call it? This impunity that they are about to push, they were pushing then, was going to consume Nigeria. There's not going to be any unity. And nobody possibly listened, right? Peacefully in London, way back 10 years ago.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy. We are not pleased with what is happening. And that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 67 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
So if you are saying the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu just said, do you not think that you are late to the party? Everybody should come together. We should stop all this nonsense. We should do all of these things. We should, or else Nigeria is going to be civil. Do you not think you are, if you are saying it in 2021, somebody already said it 10 years ago. So if that person who said it 10 years ago is telling you that you thinking that protesting, just talking no action is going to make them change, let's mobilize and all of that, which is good. But some people they've gone beyond that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu returned to Nigeria. At last, he saw that it was even bigger than just terrorists kidnapping women in the northeast of Nigeria. He realized that it was actually a political agenda, that it was going to advance to cover the entire country. And if the Yorubas, the Igbos, if they don't stand up, they will be consumed. And the Fulanis, these criminals who are going to do all of this, they are like serpents. They can wait for 100 years. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Then he started telling Biafrans that it is time to go. Now, waiting put on for trouble with that. When he started the one Nigeria, the Biafrans didn't like him. They were telling him, shut up, this, that. Nnamdi Kanu wanted to satisfy the normal righteousness. Did he try to be a patriotic Nigerian without seeing himself as an Igbo man, without seeing himself as a Biafran? Did he try? So if you are an Igbo man today, and you are also promoting and projecting one Nigeria, you are not the first. You will be frustrated, to give it up. Just give it time. Do you get that now? So he was like you. He was like many of us who believe in one Nigeria, who believe that pressure can be mounted, people can be mobilized, international community can be called in. But he realized that it was wrong. Some of you who are doing it today, you may not know you are wrong, but give it time. Give it time. You're going to find out after all, won't you? Then he traveled to Nigeria. Hey, the jihadists have taken over power. We didn't know that Nnamdi Kanu was not in Nigeria to start war. He was in Nigeria to meet his own people. At least now that Biafra struggle don't start. We didn't know. He was the first to face the baptismal fire of Buhari's lawlessness when it comes to self-determination in that country, right? So on one of the presidential chats, after Buhari kidnapped him, and then eventually all the drama that followed, you know about it, So 4 different courts gave 4 different judgments that he should be released if they are not going to try him. But Buhari, a lawless, lifeless, breeding mannequin, who was still going to show many people later. You know what I'm talking about? 2016, they asked him, what is this thing that you can't let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go? What has he committed? What has he done? What did he do? This is what Buhari, the lifeless, breeding mannequin, then had to say. I'm giving you.
The State Security Service has consistently, since you came in, disobeyed court orders. I can mention Kade Are, I can mention somebody Asuku has about 3 bails and still being arrested. I can mention Patrick Bole Kemi. I can go on and on, Nnamdi Kanu of Biafra agitation. These people have legitimate bails from court, and then they're still being held. Are you not worried? And then, secondly, sir, why
we can only take one. I'm really sorry.
All right, sir.
We've got limited time. Yes, Mr. President.
Are you a lawyer? I'm a journalist, sir.
He wants to be appointed lawyer. Technically, if you see the type of atrocities those people committed, I'm very sorry to say this publicly, against the country. If they jump bail, if say the former president just wrote to the governor central bank and said, give 40 billion naira, 40 billion to so. And then he fails to account it, and you give him bail, or you ask him to go and see his doctor in London. While you have 2 million people in IDPs, half of them, they don't even know their parents. Which kind of country do you want to run? And the one we are calling Kanu, do you know he has 2 passports? One Nigerian, one British, and he came to this country without using any passport. Do you know he brought an equipment into this country, a sophisticated equipment, and was broadcasting for Radio Biafra? Which kind of government do you want to have?
But we wrote an editorial against him in Premium Times.
What?
Premium Times wrote editorial against his radio station and called on the federal government to stop that.
So he should be given bail to go away. There's a treasonable felony against him, and I hope the court will listen to the case.
That was lifeless Buhari in 2016. That was the first and the last presidential shot he ever had. Now, did you pick up 2 things he said there? Yeah? That somebody who stole money is asking to go to London to go and see his doctors, while 2 million people are in IDP camp. Did you hear that? Yeah? Then he also said, Nnamdi Kanu brought in sophisticated equipment. Only God knows if he actually knew the meaning of that, right? He said, Nnamdi Kanu brought in sophisticated equipment, like a weapon of mass destruction, to broadcast, to radio broadcast, something that can be done online, He said he brought it to Nigeria to be broadcasting Radio Biafra. Now, that is a treasonable felony, right? That was what Buhari said. Today, the ISWAP, the Miyetiala, the bandits, as they call them, Fulani terrorists, they are now bringing in what? Rocket launcher, RPG, Stam, Gram, whatever, yeah? To shoot and kill soldiers, IPOB members. They have killed nobody. Do you understand that? I am telling you to now look beyond the propaganda. What led to the propaganda? I told you from the beginning. When you look at how Nigeria is structured, the only people that they believe are easy scapegoats for every criminal who is pursuing power in Nigeria or who wants to keep power, there is an ethnic group that is an easy target for easy tribal profiling. They are the Igbos. They are the ones that you are, with an unwritten code, you are expected to naturally be careful of. Nobody, they didn't write it anywhere. They didn't write it anywhere, right? But it is there. However, Buhari, in order to prove that he's a strong man, he decided to proscribe IPOB. He declared them terrorist organization for carrying, for holding flags, for carrying selfie stick, phones, camera phone, and singing, Nigeria must break, give us Biafra. Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about? Buhari considered them as a threat. But he doesn't consider those who are killing and kidnapping people for ransom, so that they are mopping up money to continue to fuel and fund terrorism. Yeah? He declared them terrorists. The moment he arrested Nnamdi Kanu, automatically, that made the people who are already living under the bondage, the big brother eye, the big eye of Nigeria. Let me tell you something. It is only in Nigeria, as you are watching this video right now, it is only in Nigeria that if you are traveling from Lagos to the east, you will think you are traveling to a war zone. How many of you even know that? That River Niger bridge You see that River Niger bridge? How many of you know that there is a sniper that is always placed around that River Niger bridge? If you haven't paid attention, I'm asking you to now. You will never see him, but if you pay proper well attention, you will see him there. They place sniper there for one job only. Job of shooting and killing every Biafran. Just shoot and kill them. Do you get what I mean now? Now, when you advance, when you leave that bridge and you move into Onitsha and you continue to go to the heartland of Biafra land, you will think you are going into Maiduguri, you are going to Kaduna, you are going to Borno, Nasarawa, or you are going to Zamfara, or you are going to Niger, Suleja, all those areas where they kidnap people every day. If you are traveling to that part of the country for the first time, you will think you are going to war zone. Do you know why? The Boko Haram's government, they are expending a large resources, huge resources, that they should be using to quell the advancing terrorists who have advanced into every part of the country. The resources they are supposed to use to quell that, they are using that to monitor the Igbos, because they are prepared, it's like they are prepared, waiting for an opportunity to start the ethnic cleansing. Whether you are a one Nigeria, here is the irony. This is the irony. Whether you are a one Nigeria, whether you don't support Nnamdi Kanu, whether you are not an IPOB member, whether you are neutral, the microscope of Boko Haram and this jihadist government is that as much as you are an Igbo man, you are a Biafran. And you can deny, because Nigeria has made you to continue to live with it. They say it's a precaution. They don't want another Boko Haram on their hands. So they subjected the people of the eastern Nigeria, Igbo people, to incessant assault, incessant profiling, arrest, mass killings that their own state governors continue to cover up. Because for political profits, right, it is better to say those things are not real. Look away. Pretend that it's not happening. Then the rest of Nigeria won't have to know. And if there's any problem in the eastern Nigeria, blame the IPOB. When the IPOB members, the Biafra members, whenever they get assaulted, whenever their rights are, are violated, whenever they get killed, they made it very much like it is their fault. Because you've never been there. You've never traveled there. Some of them don't even plan to go back there. They are Igbos, so they would rather stay in Lagos. They would rather stay in Abuja. They would rather stay away from where they can continue to claim one Nigeria and deny those things, because they have trained themselves to accept them as normal. But one thing I'm talking about, consequences that all of us don't know is this: why they subject the people of the eastern Nigeria to this? Soldiers can just go into your streets and they can start shooting. If you try to ask them why, they will kill you. Right? And all they need to say is that you are an IPOB member. Even when people know maybe you are not even an IPOB member. Do you understand? Now, the propaganda is now to make an Igbo man blame Nnamdi Kanu. Why they ignore what pushed Nnamdi Kanu to decide to defend Igbo land. The majority of them, by the way. Do you understand that now? He didn't say he wants to shoot down Nigeria. He knew. And so should all of us, right? He knew that with what these guys are pushing, it will be a matter of time before the Yorubas will see it, before the Benues will see it, before the people of, the Benue Valley, the people of the Savannah Valley there, before they will see through the lies. But by the time they will see it, it might be too late. And he was right. They didn't kill anybody. Even when they are harassing them, when they are assaulting them, when they are doing all of this, when Nnamdi Kanu was released on bail, and the IPOB movement from every state in eastern Nigeria, and he was doing all this mass movement, there was never a time that they claimed that either people get killed, kidnapped, attacked. None. Despite the mass crowd everywhere, Now, when they realize that, oh boy, it be like say this thing don't they overpower us. So Igbo governors agreed that Nnamdi Kanu should be killed. And every time that Nigeria does something to Nnamdi Kanu, they ended up making more Igbo people who didn't believe in him before, right, to now agree with him. Every time they attack them, more people join. Let me tell you something. Even when they don't publicly agree, they disagree with him. He also saw that if the Igbo governors are not going to act, he would act. And act, indeed, he acted, right? Now, Nnamdi Kanu called on the Biafrans. There are some of you believe that they don't exist. On social media, this. People said they would die because they are already being killed. They have lost their brothers. They have lost their sisters. So many of them have lost everything. But Nigeria is saying, shut up. Don't say it. Keep your mouth shut, or else we'll kill you. Do you want to be killed? And some people are saying, if you want to kill us, it better make you kill us. We are not just going to keep quiet. And Nigeria criminals are telling you, they will crush them. They will crush them. With how many army? 120,000 army that they are not paying. The ones that cannot suppress the terrorists who are making every tribe in Nigeria to start thinking that it be like say we go end them. It be like say we will not be part of this. So I'm going to take you through other reasons why what Biafrans are going through, but they are made to just live with it. And their only offense is because they are Igbos. Whether they agree with Nnamdi Kanu, whether they don't agree with him, right? They have been condemned to perpetual profiling. Tell yourself the truth, right? And somebody saw it. He acted. He called people. They listened. ESN was bathed. And this is why.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That name that strikes fear into the heart of the Fulani Janjaweed. When they hear IPOB, they start having nightmares. I lead that very movement. Movement of the children of light. And have we not brought enlightenment to all the people? This very movement that heaven ordained must free the whole of Nigeria. Everybody must be free. And that light, the same way that the sun rises from the east, that light is coming from the east, as always. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. God gave me another assignment this year, it seems. Not only to serve the wonderful people of Biafra, but also to serve the brave youth of Nigeria. And that is what I'm doing this evening. And will continue to do until everybody is free. Until every corrupt politician is either in the grave because they'll be hanged or they are in prison. The difference between some of you and us is that we say something and we do it. If you keep muttering and bumbling, those things are bad, oh, things are bad, oh. Here we make our dreams become a reality. Not because we have any strength, not because we are better than any other person, but because Elohim is on the throne. I am always speaking the truth. You may not like it, but it is the truth.
I just wanted you to see that when they talk about ESN, right? Some of those volunteers are those who have lost their fathers, those who have lost their mothers, those who have lost brothers, those who have lost their friends, those who have lost a lot that Nigeria is not ready to listen to. When the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call them, they see it as what? A clarion call to take back whatever is left of them before they breathe their last. You don't kill such people. Yes, you will kill bodies. There will be counting bodies. Of course. Do you think you won't be counting bodies too? When you continue to deny the obvious, why are people being pushed to continue to demand not to be part of Nigeria? Why are they asking already to die? We have unknown gunmen in the eastern part of Nigeria today. For God knows why. Nigerian government is about to tag the IPOB members. Let us be very clear. The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started ESN was pretty much to raise the army of dedicated Biafrans who understand the value, the culture, the tradition, and the respect that comes with being a Biafran. You won't understand if you are not a Biafran. I won't understand. I'm not a Biafran. But when you ask me about the value of being an Oduduwa son, guess what? I'll probably tell you a lot and convert you, even you that is not an Oduduwa man, to start thinking, maybe I can become one. But you see all this value, some people are ready to die for that. You may ask yourself, why? They will just waste their lives. Some people know that their lives are going to be wasted anyway if they continue to keep quiet, right? It has gotten to that. Even those who deny this obvious, they are now coming out clean. As pretentious as they are, yeah, as much as they pretended that, yeah, you know, we care about the people. Why they watch the people die? The ESN was started to stop the advancement of these terrorists from stopping the Igbo men and women, Biafran, aged and the vulnerable from going about their daily businesses, which you all know, as you all know, they are businessmen, they are farmers and all of that, right? So people are being killed on their farms by Fulani herdsmen. We have evidence, we have videos. Nobody is standing up to defend them, even though they militarized the eastern Nigeria. The purpose of militarizing the eastern Nigeria is not to stop criminality. It's not for them to stop terrorism. It is actually for them to unleash terrorism, to unleash terror, which is what they are doing on the people of the eastern Nigeria. Now, the Biafran are now sandwiched in between two terror groups, state-sponsored terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, the Nigerian army. Now they are in between. They are fighting to survive. Where is the peace? Where is that one Nigeria? Where is that your one Nigeria when it mattered most? Or it is only one Nigeria when they are sacrificing others, Abi? So they have been pushed, squeezed. Now they are fighting back. Call them any name you want to call them, right? They call them unknown gunmen. These are the victims of the state-sponsored terrorism in eastern Nigeria. Let us admit it. When we admit it, we can then begin to dissect how we can solve it. And it seems that they also have the solution. Break Nigeria up, give us Biafra, keep the rest of Nigeria who wants to be part of Nigeria. How is that too much to ask? People are being killed. They did it in Olu. The governor of Imo State said he ordered the military to come to Olu. The governor knows that the ESN members, you will never find them on the street. You will never find them in town. They are always in the forest. The governor knows, but because they always love the blood and they want to brag about it, they told their killers to come in and start shooting and killing people indiscriminately. And they covered it up. Now, the people who used to carry flag, who used to carry their own camera phone and all of that, they are now being dragged into the city to defend the people that the governors of this state promised to defend. Now, the governors are trying to make the ESN, the IPOB, as the enemy, not the main threat that is making them useless and the enemy of their own people. So everybody wants to blame Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody wants to blame IPOB, right? For standing up to defend themselves, but they are ignoring all those who are victims, who can always go out and do their own bidding without waiting for Nnamdi Kanu or anybody, right? Because they know that the coward Nigerian army, they have searched all the forest. They couldn't find any ESN to shoot and kill, right? Now they went into the city, into towns, into communities, shooting and killing innocent people, including women. Listen, this is not a joke. These guys, they kidnapped over 80 people in Obigbo, in Rivers State. They kidnapped in Obigbo. Obigbo is a community that is a Biafra community. in Rivers State, majorly Biafra community, right? Because Wike wanted to prove to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he has more power, he ordered the military to go to Obigbo. After they killed those they will kill, they kidnapped over 80. And they transported them. They transported them from Obigbo to Suleja in Niger State, where the bandits have run the state aground, yeah? And until people discovered them, for months, they were torturing them. They were raping the women. They were violating the men. They were doing all manner of things to them. But media in Nigeria buried it. Until the IPOB hierarchy found them, and they were able to secure the release of about 8, well, so far so good, they've released all of them. Who do you think those people will turn out to be? And how do you think they are going to treat the Nigerian army, treat the Nigerian police, when many of them are not even they are not IPOB members, oh? Their only offense was because they were Igbos. And the people who use the IPOB members who used to carry phone and flag, they are no longer just carrying phone and flag. They have picked up arms to defend their people from these terrorists that can walk into your town and start shooting you, kill you in your sleep, children, women, kidnap them, rape them, and cover all of that crime up, right? All those who are perpetrating all of this, they have one person to blame. By the time they finish with all these atrocities, they will say, now IPOB Kosam. Now Nnamdi Kanu is sending people to go and be killed. They are telling you to ignore. They are telling you to ignore the atrocities that is pushing people in. Now they have unknown gunmen, right? Before we get to unknown gunmen, right? Soldiers are killing people. Fulani terrorists are killing people. And I'm not joking. And if you don't believe me, here is what happened in Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi publicly disagree with Nnamdi Kanu, publicly mobilized that Nnamdi Kanu should be killed, publicly publicly he declared IPOB members as terrorists in Ebonyi State, all to satisfy the people who told him that Nnamdi Kanu is a problem. And if we ever see you to associate with him, we'll consider you as an enemy. The people he was trying to satisfy, they still came and killed people in Ebonyi. And Nnamdi Kanu, what happened again? He got vindicated. You know what that means? It means that he was right, right? See the governor to let you know.
Initially local government by AK-47 herdsmen that came yesterday and killed 15 of members of these communities. I remember that about a year ago, we had an incident of killing of 2 herdsmen within this same location. And immediately the security agencies, local government chairman, and the community leaders all came together to condemn the attack and the killing. And we immediately asked the security agencies to fish out the people that did that. They didn't do it on behalf of the communities. And they did fish them out. And as we talked, they are standing trial in Ebonyi State. And the community and the government and security agencies appeased the herdsmen and made peace with them. And so it is very shocking that overnight, all the herdsmen in Ishelu local government vacated Ishelu local government, which means that the local herdsmen are part of the conspiracy of the killing of our people. They vacated despite all the efforts that my government, governors of Southeast and security agencies have been making to give them full protection, not only in Ebonyi State but the entire Southeast. We feel so sad that this kind of thing should happen to Ebonyi State. We feel so worried for our country, Nigeria. We are short of words, and good enough we have some traces of the sponsors, we have traces of those who came here. I will not disclose it, but I'm going to escalate.
Now lie, oh. Now lie, and I will show you why.
We work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt.
I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Because you know that politicians are all talks, no action, right? Now, you would think this was days ago, just about 4 or 3 days ago, when the governor is saying we give them protection. Igbo governors were making peace with terrorists. Do you understand that now? They are making peace with terrorists, and they are now surprised that terrorists are killing them. They are also surprised that their people are reacting too. Last, that peace that they say everybody gets, oh, na lie. Because after that crocodile tears in that video, Babasi went and danced as Zonto, at least first, what do you call him? Is a first lady. Then plan party now, persuade I don't die. Abi?
Stepping out in style, accompanied by her husband to cut the cake.
Thank you very much.
The goodwill messages followed from the deputy governor who spoke.
Do you get that? Those are the people telling the Igbo people to hate Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, we are working. I'm going to escalate it. I'm going to go to Abuja and speak to lifeless Buhari. See, they have killed my people, 15 people, Mr. President. What should we do? Please, sir. Sorry to tell you, sir. I just wanted to. I'm sorry if you know what I mean. Is that what it is? Because everything a lie. There are people who don't just talk, they act. So if they make you hate Nnamdi Kanu, they are setting you up to be killed. Even the Owerri, the little Hitler, the Port Harcourt Hitler, wicked, he himself is now saying, "What do you want me?"
I would say that look, I'm handicapped. The product belongs to federal government. The army belongs to the federal government. What do I do? The federal government wants to sabotage me, not to succeed in my state.
All right. Do you want to hear that again? Because some of you would like to see it. Where we're a wiki. I would
say that look, I'm handicapped. The product belongs to federal government. The army belongs to the federal government. What do I do? The federal government wants to sabotage me, not to succeed in my state.
All right. That is the way they are called and invited, and he bragged about it. He invited the military that the federal government controls. He invited the military to come to Obibo to be shooting and killing harmless, unarmed civilians. And he bragged about it. Finally, he has started his own security force too. But he knows that security forces are just forces to protect him during election. They are not going to protect Rivers people. Last, everybody will see through the lie. The Nnamdi Kanu they want you to hate. You won't have to hate him for long. Let's go to Owerri. You have been hearing about unknown gunmen, Abi. I will take a quick break and I'll tell you a bit about what happened in Owerri. Some of you have seen it. I get my own gist. I want to add. If you haven't really liked this video, maybe you should do it now while we take a tea break. And if you haven't really given me that, if you haven't subscribed on Maiyegun's Diary, I think you should do that now. If you have stayed with me this long, while we do that, let me take a tea break and I'll be back in a sec, in a jiffy.
Let's play Who Wants to Be Our President? Question 1 for House of Assembly. What is the full meaning of APC?
All Progressive Confidence.
Sorry, but the correct answer is All Progressive Congress for the seat of the Vice President. What is the name of the current Vice Presidential candidate of the APC?
Professor Yemi Osunbade.
Wrong again. The answer is Professor Yemi Osinbajo for the seat of the President of Nigeria. What is the full meaning of INEC?
Independent Nigerian Electoral Commission.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Sorry. The answer is Independent National Electoral Commission. Sorry, but you've finished all your lifelines on Who Wants to Be Our President. Please try again some other time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. However, let's go to Owerri. The news out there is that unknown gunmen have been unleashing never seen before attacks on the government agents, security agents in particular, and the security, government properties. I condemn that. I have to be honest, okay? Violence will always beget violence. But I'm not in any judgment to say, whatever you are doing. But I personally believe that we shouldn't be that violent, okay? When you destroy or kill them, you are killing people with families too. People who are likely going to just get caught up in those offices. But I'm not going to give excuses for killers, because the reason is because, Biafrans have been seen to be slaughtered for no reason. And the victims that are continually considered to remain faceless, they continue to do all these atrocities commit these atrocities against them. Now in the eastern Nigeria, you have the unknown gunmen, and they are so sophisticated to the point that they broke a prison in Owerri, Imo State, yesterday. Not just that they broke a prison, right? They released all of the inmates in that prison. Over 2,000 awaiting trial, convicted criminals, they were all released. And every time they attack or kill the policemen, what they do is that they will take away their weapon. Guerrilla warfare is the worst warfare that any country can ever get engaged in, because you will never win. And the bodies, the casualties will be so monumental. Today, the news is everywhere, but it all happened overnight. And this is how it all started. You might have seen it, but this is a reminder. we are not happy that things are getting to this stage. Nigeria problem, the security problem, people who are angry, who are really, really angry and carrying out their own different, personal vendetta and all of that in eastern Nigeria, you don't even have a clue yet. And Nigeria pushed them to this point, okay? Nigeria government, under Buhari, they are about to push our own Yoruba youth into this. They have already pushed the middle belt young people. They are just waiting for that fourth line to be crossed soon, okay? Because the people of the Benue Valley, they are now saying that they are ready to cut off from the Arewa, because of all of this, and they are ready to start on their own and become a country on their own. And if they can't become a country on their own, they are ready to join other ethnic group in Nigeria and form their own country. Do you know what I mean? Nigerian army that is doing all the gragra, that is doing all the kidnapping, all the shooting, the 1,000 or the 120,000 of them, we'll see how much they will stretch them all over the country to go, because that's what they do. They are already sending invitation to Sunday Igboho. They are already, meanwhile, that's how they are going to tell you that you should blame Sunday Igboho if the Nigerian army starts killing Yorubas. Should they kill Yorubas? Because Yorubas are saying they will defend themselves and they don't want any Fulani terrorists in Yoruba forest. Should they kill us for that? They have already invited Sunday Igboho. Before you know it now, they will attempt their commando style, start shooting and killing people in Ibadan, in Yoruba land, to justify their own way of preventing another Nnamdi Kanu. Shebi, they told you that they wanted to prevent another Boko Haram. That is why they subjected Igbo people to this racial ethnic profiling that many of us are so ashamed to talk about. Because you don't even know if it's right for you to admit it. That Nigeria is a country where they profile other ethnic group. And where you come from determines what you will become in a country that's supposed to be one country. How do you have peace in such place? Very soon they are going to tell you that the reason why they want to kill Sunday Igboho is because they want to prevent another Nnamdi Kanu, and you are going to believe them. Because according to you, Sunday Igboho just wanted to get people killed. They are going to say that to you, and some of you are going to believe them. But we're not going to let that. We're not going to let that stick anyway. We'll continue to remind you. Okay? They are killing people, and the Nigerian military are after those who are stopping those who are killing people. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how you can help me make that. Make that make sense. Kathy, thank you very much. You are with me tonight. It's a pleasure having you again tonight. Your super chat, I'm going to read it. Nigeria is a living hell at present. God bless MNK. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, ESN, Eastern Security Network, and all of us whom believed in Biafra Nation and Oduduwa Nation. Kathy, thank you. I'm glad that you are on tonight, because you are one of those that always want to drop your own sound bites every now and then. So failed criminals who have now pushed people to the extreme of picking up guns, they are killing policemen, they are killing soldiers, they are killing anything in sight in uniform. Today, because Buhari's government continue the divisive policy, the secret unwritten code that says an Igbo man cannot be trusted about this, cannot be trusted about power, it should not be trusted at all. Now, these unknown gunmen, they are not just going after the prison, going after police stations, they were burning them down. But they are trying to tag the IPOB members, those who are doing it. Don't ever join them. It is part of the propaganda. We will soon find out the unknown gunmen, the angry young people who have been pushed to the wall, who actually thought NSAS protest was going to give them justice. Look at the Akuzu SARS Akozusas, where they have killed hundreds and hundreds have gone missing for years. No justice, no nothing. And you expected that those victims, even if they don't join IPOB, if they don't join ESN, they don't have their own vendetta. And they will not use this opportunity because you know what? Nigerian security system is so porous, is so incompetent that if you try to take a dig at it, you will expose their own inefficiencies. The only way they have power is when you have no gun. If you have guns, they will avoid you. They know that the ESN are in the forest, in the bush. They didn't go there. They went after civilians. They went after people who cannot protect themselves, who have no guns, and they started shooting them. They said, we are going to kill all this and that. When the unknown gunmen, who they are not just doing this in the dark, there is this popular checkpoint in Imo State, in that Owerri expressway or so. Now military did here. Some of you are saying this nonsense, they must not try it with military. You are joking. When Nigerian military tell you that they are cracking on people, they are cracking on ESN, they are cracking on IPOB, they are killing innocent people, don't believe them. You see the people with guns, they went after these guys on the street. What happened after? Now you go tell me, oh.
Now, Yami, how about Yami? How about whatever?
They chased all the soldiers away. The soldiers, the Nigerian soldiers, they abandoned all their vehicles. Did you see? Let me show you something again. I want you to pay attention to this, okay? When I told you that they militarized the eastern Nigeria, they are not doing it for anything like protection or prevention of crime. They are just there extorting people, harassing people, assaulting people. They say sometimes, in Igbo land, it can happen in Owerri, it can happen in Aba, it can happen in Onitsha, it can happen in all these top cities in eastern Nigeria. You will just wake up in the morning, going to work. You just see this hold up. Soldiers have caused hold up. They will start telling everybody to come down and raise their hand. If you fail to raise your hand, they will say everybody, oh, it's just like me going to work in the morning now. And I just come out of the bus. I wanted to go and catch another bus. They will say you should raise your hand. And you will start working in file. So they will then start picking people from you. This one are Biafra, this one are IPOB. Oh yeah, arrest him. That's how they treat them. Now look at this video again. If you don't have an idea of what I'm talking about, right? This is what it is in the eastern Nigeria. That is not where they have Boko Haram, but they are looking for. This is how they subject the Biafrans every day, and people have adopted. They have adapted to it. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want anybody to come and arrest them and kill them because they will kill you. They will say nothing will happen, right? Watch this video again and tell. Do you see sandbags? Sandbags like when you are at war. You know, you put sandbag like people are going to shoot at you. Nobody is shooting at them, right? So they mounted that kind of war location checkpoint all over the eastern Nigeria. So I hope you saw that picture. You saw that image. That is not Syria. That is not Northeast. That place is not Zamfara, where they are kidnapping and killing people. 40 people killed, 200 people kidnapped, 250 school children kidnapped. kidnappers cooperating for 5 hours, 6 hours, oh, you will not see that much sandbag put together. Oh. But you see people who are bringing in container, who are bringing in things from abroad, businessmen, they have to pass through those checkpoints where soldiers with guns, they can kill you because of 50 naira. So every day, those soldiers who are supposed to defend Nigeria against those terrorists in the forest, they are not going after the ESN in the forest. They mount roadblocks on motorway, expressway. They will slow you down. Look at you. This one look like a Nnamdi Kanu supporter. You, calm down, calm down, calm down. People may not see you again. Now they have unknown gunmen going after them. Let me show you another picture of what life can be for any legit businessman or woman in the eastern Nigeria, where the Nigerian security agents continue to terrorize them, continue to traumatize them, assault them. You don't have a clue. And all of this continue to, because Nigeria want to prove to them that if they try anything, they're going to just kill all of you. Every time you shout Biafra, shout Biafra. If you try anything, we'll kill you like that. Imagine you living in such country. And people are telling you that you should love your country. You should love the country. Stop hating your country. Stop hating Nigeria. Stop praying for Nigeria to, because you don't live in a country where you are called a Nigerian. But repeatedly, the government officials will tell you why you are not a real Nigerian. How do you feel comfortable in that? And how do you sit down to judge people who live through that such traumatic existence? Let me show you what an ordinary normal business day can be for an average businessman or woman in eastern Nigeria. This video is not new, it's an old video, but let me just show you why. Now that's what a normal day can be. Normally, if people come to your shop to attack you or touch your wares, right? Who will be the first people to call? No be police. Now, if police is now destroying your shop, who are you going to call? The president or politician. Now, imagine living under such a condition in a country that you are supposed to be a citizen, and tell me that there won't be consequences. Let me share another one with you. This one is not even from the eastern Nigeria. This one happened just last night in Kogi. There are more Nigerians who are still claiming to be Nigerians themselves now. They are still going to be pushed to demand to never to have anything with Nigeria. Omoyele Shore once told me and told all of us here that there are already many people who have mentally seceded from Nigeria. They are still walking about as Nigerians. They are not telling you if they are for Biafra or for Oduduwa. But you see, mentally, they don't consider themselves as a Nigerian anymore. They don't even consider Nigeria as a country. They are just waiting for a time that they will pick a choice if they don't have it already, right? But Nigeria will frustrate you to begin to ask yourself that, are the leaders mad, or we are the ones who are actually mad, who don't understand the leaders or waiting? You are supposed to have a democracy. Young people who went to school, and in the school, some of you who study political science and all of that, they were telling you democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But now, The democracy in Nigeria is for the ghost, by the ghost, and for the ghost. Or the democracy for the greedy, by the greedy, and of the greedy. Whatever you want to picture it as, you have no rights. You are supposed to just say, when they say Nigerians, oh, you just have to say, hey, yes, oh. You have no right, no citizenship right, no protection, no nothing, and you can't even talk about it. This happened last night. And like I said, many people will still be pushed to secede from Nigeria. Watch.
Open your mouth. I now know better. No, you're not supposed to. I now know better. We didn't accommodate any criminals. I now know better. I now know better. We, the youth of Kogi State, are going to deal with you guys. So others will learn. You understand? Next time, if they send you to anywhere, you will not come to Kogi State again. So you start cleaning it. Then you clean it with your hands. I'm sure we are going to deal with you guys. Whoever sends you guys must come out before you are going to face the law. As in Nigeria, you must face the law. For you to cross your state and come to another somebody's state, you are going to face the law. That is sure. Look at your hair. If you are not out, what will make you to go out of your state and come to another state? And your right to Buhari must go. Who told you Kogi is not for Buhari? We the Kogi youth are for Buhari. And that is why we are not going to accommodate you guys. We will deal with you guys. So start cleaning it.
Who is that guy from Kogi State?
Who is that guy?
Don't waste that pen to me. No waste pen to. If you waste that, who is that guy from Kogi State? One man.
Me the Buhari.
I clean. Now that most. Honestly.
Clean it. Stand well. You guys are not flogging it. Don't clean it.
No to that pencil. Jesus send
Hey, you go threaten your boss. If anybody's done, I'll come here.
That's how they treat their own citizens. And they will record it and share it with everybody. How long do you think they are going to provoke many of the youths all over the place that are not just going to go about with phones, with paint? They're going to go about with something more later than that, right? Now, what do you call it? There is, in fact, handgun. Yeah. As they treat them like that in Nigeria, like slaves, they want them to be loyal. They want them to be patriotic Nigerians. No question. If you ask any question, you can get killed or you can get beaten like that. If you are lucky, you will get arrested and thrown in jail. Nobody will even know you are there anymore. Their judicial system is so corrupt that once you find yourself trapped in it, right, it will frustrate you to the point that if they call you once again to go and fight, you will run away. That is what Nigeria does to you. That is why when people leave the country, they understand what freedom is. In London, it was a different story.
BDP, APC, 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 BDP, 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 APC, BDP, APC, Turumbu, Sawolu, Buhari, Sibanjo, Turumbu, Buhari, Sawolu, Turumbu, Ole, Buhari, Buratai,
Buratai, Buratai, Buratai, Buratai, Ozodimba, 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 oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, Ozodimba.
That happened to be the front of the house where Buhari, the one they are beating people for in Kogi in Nigeria, 6,000 miles away. People will understand freedom. They took it to Buhari. Only in front of his house. Nobody could beat you. Make them touch you now. Right? Even the people they brought in after paying them £75. Can you imagine? You left Nigeria after so many years. You came to the UK. You enjoy good life, only for you to ended up becoming APC Alimajiri in the UK. The APC chairman in UK, they gave him money to go and mobilize any other junkie they can find around. Just bring them together to go and protest and support Buhari. APC UK, you know they have their members here. They are deceiving themselves, and they are those who are doing the groundwork for them in the UK. Well, as much as they are doing that for them, they don't bond them well to touch anybody in front of their house today. But do you want to see that maybe you may see anybody there, maybe your family member will go disgrace himself in front of Buhari house in London today after collecting £75. £75. Eh? £75 to go and disgrace your family. Some of them no get family again. In fact, family itself, don't forget them. You will see their faces now. Watch this.
In the name of Jesus. Amen. And we are praying that God will raise up the right political leadership for our country. Let us pray.
That's him. Is he your family? I don't know if you know him. If you know him, or maybe make I tell you his name, eh? That old man, no? Old man who doesn't understand that Nigeria has become the poverty capital of the world. Did you know? Eh? That Nigeria is now the country with the most jobless people in the whole world. 33% of the population officially. 80% jobless population unofficially. That Nigeria is now the most indebted country in the entire Africa. That the lifeless Buhari could not build a hospital for 6 years. But because they paid him £75, well, all of that doesn't matter. Baba go pay electricity bill for 1 week. He go pay gas bill for 1 week. And possibly he can cook some pot of soup. His name is Philip Idaiwo. If you know that, if you know him, just tell him that we and every other person you know there, that well done, no. If Buhari is doing well, when the 2 weeks holiday finish, they should join his plane and go and enjoy Nigeria. Eh? The madman was saying they should pray for God. They should pray to God to bring right political leadership. Is that not a mental problem? People are there because of failed leadership. And they are telling one of the failed criminals to go back home to the failed country he's running. They pay you £75. You jump inside bus. Maybe they even carry you free lift. You went there to go and pray. We support Buhari. So now you support Buhari, but you are praying that God should give Nigeria right political leadership. And yet you support a failed one. That will not be mental problem. Now Buhari titis that they call him. You get what I mean? You don't get cure. Pray that none of your family members should suffer it. And if anybody has suffered it and come out, it gets stages. So now the stage 4 was. If you don't cross that stage 4, Baba, no going back. Not till death do you part. But if your own be stage 1 during the change era, you never enter change. I mean, the second level, the next level, your own could see there maybe about 1 level. I mean, sorry, stage 1. If yours don't enter stage 2, stage 2.5 or stage 3, platforms like Maiyegun's Diary may be able to help. But once you cross stage 4, like that man, we go collect 75 pounds to go and pray for Nigeria to it's mental. I don't know how to explain it. Even when they ask Tifnumbu, you know Tifnumbu is considered as a genius to so many people. If you consider Tifnumbu a genius, a smart person, Baba, you better make you go do brain test too. This is not a joke. You may need to do brain test if you are one of those who believe that Tifnumbu is a smart person. And to you, Tifnumbu is different from Buhari. First, when they asked the Buhari that those people went to support in London today, they were asking him livestock.
Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. I think he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President. So corruption, yes, let me know. He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well, I doesn't know. I think
So if you are laughing, some of you are laughing, I forgive you. Let's this period of forgiveness, your sins are forgiven. Don't laugh. But if you consider yourself a smart person and you see Tinubu and you don't see the failure around Yoruba land, for example, and all you see is that Tinubu is a smart person. He's a smart Baba. You need to do brain surgery. If you get money, do brain surgery. And if you cannot afford the brain surgery, just whenever you want, just enter a train from Ido, and if the train go past Oshodi, put your head for out like that. Maybe you'll be lucky. Somebody will give you that kind of knock that will just reset your brain, like kind of a thing. If you are one of those, if you think you are an intelligent person and you think Tifnumbu smart, when they ask you, they say, "Oh, Boko Haram are recruiting people. Nigeria is now 33% jobless people. What thing we go on do? Tifnumbu get solution, but something happened."
And we are competing with armed robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What do we eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption.
Again, I forgive you. Because this guy captured it better. Mr. Smart.
We are under police. And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the take away from their recruitment source. What do we eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption.
I hope you heard that clearly because the guy did better. But I prefer what Shore says. This is where I'm going to draw the curtains. It's late. I want you to go to bed. I'm working tomorrow. So it's always good. So please, if you are just joining me, this is not how we just crack Joko. It better make you watch this video from the beginning. We don't talk about things that really, really matter. We are just saying that when politicians tell all these lies, there's no point in you listening or believing them. But I believe this guy more. At least it's an action that is practicable. No recruit 50 million youths. What do we eat? Cassava, agbado, yam, and all of that. But I prefer this guy.
Before we break up, if we have to, let's have a revolution first. So that people who put us in this condition will not have the joy of going anywhere where they will comfort in the future of them. That's my solution.
I'm a guy with that. But we have revolution before we break up. Anything which shall go happen. I mean, thank you very much for your time tonight. You guys are still pretty much, doing your social distancing with the like button. I know it can be really, really so kind of, you get dragged into it, especially if you are watching it on a bigger screen and all of that. Now you can go give me that like. That thumb up is under this video. You will never see it if you are still in the chat room. Leave the chat room for a second. Come on. Yeah. Give me that thumb up. And thank you for joining me tonight. If you haven't subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary yet, I think you should do it before you go. If you enjoy yourself tonight, I'm going to see you again when I see you. Have a wonderful evening.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. sílẹ̀ lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.